Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Inverse here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episodes we are back with the Madness Vampires. So it's an okay starting hand, got a couple of Insolent Neonates and an Avacyn's Judgment, so it's not too bad. We're playing the rank 39 Skinwalker. I'm back up to rank 40 at the moment. I can't remember if I dropped down at the end of the last episode or not, whether or not that was on stream. I can't remember the last time I've played, but I'm back up to rank 40, so we're looking pretty good. It's quite funny, somebody made a comment in my video the other day of the deck tech for this, basically saying, oh my god, how you rank 40, this is so pay to win, blah de blah de blah de blah. I was thinking, that gave me an idea, and I was thinking for a challenge maybe for next month, not next month, so the next ladder, so the next season, that I would create a kind of a fresh Steam account maybe, and actually maybe do like a free-to-play challenge. So create a whole new account, start from the beginning, play a few games a week, do some streaming, stuff like that, and basically try and see if I can get up to rank 40 with a completely fresh deck. Thought it could be quite an interesting idea. So this is a tricky one to deal with. We do have the Abandoned Reason here, which could be pretty good. Let's swing with both these and see what he does. I do have the Abandoned Reason to actually give both of these first strike if I need to. No, he decides not to do that. So that's just going to go through. Now I could Avacyn's Judgment for 2 and kill that. What does that one do again? Whenever you gain life you may... Okay, so maybe I want to do the Avacyn's Judgment next turn when I can actually kill all of these. I mean, I could also do it... no, I can't do this now because I need the additional red mana, so I will need the Dragonskull Summit down before I can even think about activating Avacyn's Judgment. No, I don't. What am I on about? I can do 2 damage with just by discarding the Insolent Neonate. My god, I went a little bit retarded there for a second. So he's going to swing with both of these. Now, do I... I'm not going to kill it. There's no point. I don't really want to be too hasty. We'll take the 3 damage for now. See what he plays here. If it's something more important, we would rather Avacyn's Judgment that. So he's done nothing there, so we don't necessarily want to do anything yet. We also have a Fiery Temper, which is quite nice. So again, we're just going to swing for 2. And what we can now do is Avacyn's Judgment down both of these if we need to. So I want to see what he plays first. I may decide just to take the 3 damage to begin with and see what else he plays out. If he plays anything that's likely to pump all of these up, I will Avacyn's Judgment it before he does that. So he's going to swing with both these again. And again, we're just going to take the damage, I think. What's he going to play out? Because we've got the Fiery Temper or we've got the Avacyn's Judgment. So he's going to play a Hammer Militia Captain. So that's going to come down. Is he playing anything else out? So we are going to pop you now. We're going to do the Avacyn's Judgment, I think. Do it for 4. No, sorry, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. There we go. So what's he got in response? We shall see. Long Road Home. Exile target creature at the beginning of the next end step. What's that? Return that card to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it, I believe that was. Okay, we do have the Furyblade Vampire, which is quite nice. So we're going to swing for 1 and drop the Furyblade. So we can then, in future... I will read that properly in a second. So yeah, exile target creature at the beginning of the next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Yeah, with a +1/+1 counter on it. So we can kill that next turn with the Fiery Temper if we want to. So he's going to get it back with a +1/+1 counter on it, which is fine. I mean, we could just Fiery Temper it down now, depending on what else he does. So he has gone for the Kythian's Irregulars, so that is a 4/3. Now, we'll see what he does first. I just wanted to... So if he swings, we're probably going to nuke that. Yeah, so he swung with both of these. We won't be blocking. So he's going to swing with them. And then we're just going to Fiery Temper you down. So we need something good here. That is also pretty good. Now, how much damage have we got? We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, so I'm probably going to Fiery Temper down you again next turn. So this one's going to... Yes, I would like the Abandoned Reason, please. Confirm. 1, 2. So that's going to push through 7 damage. Yep, okay. What's he... He can't do anything in response. He's got no mana open. Okay. So in response to him potentially swinging with the Hammer Militia Captain, we can Fiery Temper it down. But I want to see what he does first before being too hasty, because I can take that 5 damage this turn and then potentially swing for lethal next turn, depending on what he does. For example, if he's got a combat trick, I probably want to Fiery Temper it down. So he's swung with both of them. We'll take the damage for now. So we obviously can't block. What's he got then? Gonna move my microphone very slightly, guys. Okay, so he's done nothing. So we shall say yes. Fiery Temper. Do that to his face. What's he got in response? This could be nothing, because if he's got something that forces us to sacrifice a creature, that's fine. We just sacrifice the Neonate. If he's got something that kills the Furyblade Vampire, we were going to be... So... Target opponent sacrifice an attacking creature. Yeah, so we just sacrifice the Neonate. Ah, damn it. He gains 4 life, though, doesn't he? Curses. So yeah, he's back up to 8. So yeah, we sacrifice the Neonate. He drops down to 4 and we lose next turn. Okay, so... Didn't get the best opening hand there, unfortunately. So we're just going to concede here and move on to game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing the rank 38 Matas Hull, I believe that was. We know he's got something in his hand which gets pumped up via either cards or land. This is a pretty good opening hand actually. We've got the Insolent Neonate into Olivia's Dragoon, into Incorrigible Youths if we find a 3rd mana. If not, we do also have the Olivia's Bloodsworn. Got a Fiery Temper as well in case we need that, which is all pretty awesome. Yeah, we are playing Mahatsul. So we could also be playing a Madness Vampires deck here, which could be quite interesting. I should have started off with that Smoldering Marsh. That was a bit silly of me. Didn't realise that was the one where it required 2 basic lands. You have to forgive me, guys. I'm a little bit out of practice. Haven't played in a couple of days, so I'm a little bit rusty. If we get a 3rd mana, I would be tempted to go for the Olivia's Bloodsworn. Okay, looks like we're playing the aggro Drazi deck. So we've got a 2-1. Beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless you control another colourless creature. Okay. Do have another Insolent Neonate, so I'm thinking probably just play out the Olivia's Dragoon here and then swing for 1. So which lands that? Is that the one that gives... Yeah, he can tap that down and give another colourless creature +1/+1. Pretty good card. It is one of the best ways to make the aggro Drazi decks work. Kind of want to get Olivia's Bloodsworn down if possible. He did lose 1 life there because he had no other colourless creatures in play. So he's swinging for 2. I think we'll let that go through for now, as we are ahead on board state and life. And he's going to play out another Reaver Drone. Okay, interesting. Can I have an Avacyn's Judgment, please? Calling all Avacyn's Judgments. And he's going to be able to tap that one down and give it the bonus life. So we could potentially Fiery Impulse that one down if we want to. Is that a good option? I think it probably is. We can play out the Fiery Temper and get the Olivia's Bloodsworn down for next turn. So... we shall do that. Yep, we will deal 3 damage to you. Gives you flying. We could also go for the Incorrigible... Actually, saying that, I'm probably going to go for the Incorrigible Youths next turn, just because it's a pretty powerful card, and it's going to have haste. Or again, the Olivia's Bloodsworn, it swings... Actually, saying that, this is going... What am I on about? I'm playing this turn, aren't I? I forgot that I did the whole Fiery Temper thing to play that out this turn. So yeah, I can get Incorrigible Youths down next turn and swing pretty big if I want to. So he's down to 13 already. We will be swinging for at least 4 above his head because we've got the 2 flying creatures next turn, which is awesome. Plus a potential... Depends on how many creatures he plays. We might have another 1 point of damage going through, so maybe at least 5. Depending if he blocks us or not, we could be looking at as much as 9 damage going through. So which set's this from? This is from Battle for Zendikar. Or is it Oath of the Gatewatch? Oath of the Gatewatch, that is. Zendikar's the diamond. And then we've got a Vile Aggregate, so that is a 1-5. 2-5, sorry. So won't be able to kill our Incorrigible Youths, which is good. So if we play you... I'm almost half tempted to do the Insolent Neonate this turn. No, we need to do the Dragoon, actually. Just realised. Otherwise, we won't be able to swing for 4 damage in the air and 5 damage on the ground. We can play out another Neonate if we want to as well. Just going to swing big here. So he's going to block that one. So we have done... We have got him down to 8. Let's play out another Neonate just because... I doubt he's going to have any kind of like sweepers. This is an aggro deck against an aggro deck. So let's see what he does next. I'm guessing he's going to swing. We're going to get ingested, I think, for 1. Yeah, that does have ingest. Now he's holding open as a blocker. Okay, interesting. We'll skip. Do we block? No, we'll skip blocking. It's only going to put us down to 14. What else has he got? So we can swing for at least... He's got a Forerunner of Slaughter, which is a 3-2. Makes that a 3-5. And he's then going to be able to make it a 4-3. We are basically just 2 turns away from... Oh, hello. Beautiful. Where have you been all my life? Let's see what we get here then. So he's going to block you. And block you. Okay. Let's go for the Stensia Masquerade. Masquerade! Here we go. So it gives all my creatures first strike. Makes you a... Dad, doesn't quite put you out of range of that one, unfortunately. So we are going to lose 2 of my creatures here. But we are going to pump up everything else. So you should be able to force through lethal next turn, potentially. Not quite, I don't think. We need maybe another flyer. It was almost good enough. The Forerunner of Slaughter was pretty brutal for him to find. Yeah, this Ruins of Oran Reef is a pretty good card. We're 2 turns away from lethal anyway, providing we can, you know, not take too much damage. I mean, we're going to take 9 here and drop down to 5 if he swings with everything, that is. But then that would leave him probably open to lethal, so he can't swing with everything here. He has to leave at least 2 creatures open to block either one of these Insolent Neonates, unless he has a flyer himself. See what he does. So he's having to decide here what he wants to do. If he's got no removal, he's pretty much dead. So he has to leave open at least 2 blockers. So he's got another Vile Aggregate. Okay. What we really need is any one of our flyers, or burn as well would be quite nice, or a pump for Olivia's Bloodsworn. So we've got plenty of options here. Do you know what's really funny? He shouldn't have actually swung with that, because now he's actually left himself open because he can only block one of these Insolent Neonates. I wonder if he's realised that. Yeah, he has just realised that. Plus we also got the Olivia's Bloodsworn as well. So that is it for game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3. We're playing the rank 38 Zazi. Let's see what kind of hand we've got. Half tempted to keep this, but we've got no madness triggerers. This one I feel as though I can get away with just because we've got the Fiery Temper potentially. If we find a second mana, we'll be in a pretty good place. We've also got the Olivia Mobilized for War as well, which is a pretty good drop. Even just as a 3/3 flyer, she's pretty good. Another red-black, wow. Maybe more Madness Vampires? It's a shame, I was hoping for a mana there, but it's not the end of the world. Do have the double Insolent Neonate, so we could potentially draw up another card and burn something down with the Fiery Temper. Works for me. That's why this deck is so beautiful, is that you can get away with like very little mana. Nope, we've got some blue thrown in there, so I'm guessing it could be mill. Ugh, that's horrible. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept a 1 mana hand, but I was being a little bit greedy. Oops, oh, come on, game! What the hell? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I hit attack with all, hit continue, and then for some reason it withdrew my Insolent Neonate before it attacked. Okay, whatever. Either that or the guy's a hacker, so we'll play this by ear. Okay, we've got some white thrown in there, so yep, we are playing a tutelage deck, so we're going to have to move pretty quickly here. We're going to want some mana before he gets rid of it all. There we go, there's mana number 2, so we're probably going to play out Furyblade Vampire here, and then just start swinging it for face. We do have a finisher with the Fiery Temper, which is good. No, we do not want to discard a card, funnily enough. So next turn we could potentially... So we want to get the Stensia Masquerade down, so ideally we need a 3rd mana like on our next draw. Do have the Bloodmad Vampire, so if he gets no creatures down, we could start swinging pretty big with the Bloodmad Vampire. This is pretty critical. If we get a 3rd mana, we're completely fine. We've got the double Stensia Masquerade. Just lost the Swamp, but that's fine. Ah, Radiant Flames! Curse you! Okay, so we need a 3rd mana off the top here. Come on. There we go. There we go. And he's already wasted his Radiant Flames on sweeping away a few smaller creatures. So probably want to get Stensia Masquerade down and start pumping up my Olivia Mobilized for war. Hopefully he's got no other removal. Would be nice. We've got lots of... You may have seen on stream the other day I was running a red, black and blue mill deck just for the removal from the black. So he has got the Fevered Visions out, which could either be a blessing or a curse for us. I mean, he's obviously going to get the additional mill on us, but we're going to get the additional card draw ourselves. So we need to work fast now, I feel. So do I go for Bloodmad Vampire or do I go for Stensia Masquerade? Now I'm going to go for the Stensia Masquerade just because it allows us to keep pumping up our creature, making it bigger, and we should have him dead within about 4 turns this way. If we can get the second one down, it's going to be even faster. And at this point, it's more like 3 turns, I think we could have him dead. So it goes down to 11, goes up to 5. Yeah, we could have him dead within about 3 turns here. We got a 5th mana, so we could get both. Can't quite get both the Bloodmad Vampire and the Stensia Masquerade down. But we do have all the tools we need to beat him down pretty fast. If he's got a Languish or a Murder, that's game over pretty much anyway. But this is Mill that we're playing, and it's a very tricksy deck. He's got to get lucky, you've got to get the right combination and just hope that he doesn't have the tools to remove your creatures before you can beat him in the face. As he's running very little... the Oblivion Strike. So there's a removal, unfortunately. So we are going to draw a card. No, he's going to draw a card and we're going to get milled again. So yeah, I was hoping he didn't have any kind of removal. We're losing all of our creatures here. We need to get multiple creatures down ideally. Okay, Incorrigible Youths is actually a great one. Just because it allows us to be completely aggressive. So we're going to take him down to 11. You got to 5. So we take him down to 6. Providing he can't remove this one, he's dead in 2 turns. We have also got the Bloodmad Vampire and the Fiery Temper as potential finishers. So hopefully we can, you know, finish beating him down before he can mill me out, or just kind of remove all of my creatures. So we're going to be cutting this close here. We've just got to pray that he has no other removal. If he's got any kind of removal for this, we're basically dead. Doesn't look like it. So we're going to get milled again. I could do with something like an Olivia's Bloodsworn. Yeah, Olivia's Bloodsworn would be nice. Okay, Stormkirk Mentor is pretty good actually. Because it does actually give us a Madness Triggerer. Has he got a counter? Let's see what he does. Is this where he's just rage quitting, or he's deciding whether to counter this or not? He's going to scatter it to the winds, okay. So we're going to swing with the Incorrigible Youths, I think. Hoping he's not got a reprisal. Or something along those lines. So we are just going to play out the Bloodmad Vampire here now. Oops, daisy, did not mean to do that. So at this point we're kind of just like praying that he doesn't have he's basically burnt through all his removal now. All he's got is like card draw. Oh, even then that's going to be pretty horrible. We could do the second Fiery Temper, you know, that would be nice. Okay, that's not an option. Nope, we have got one more left in the deck, so you never know. So he's got a Jace, so he can bounce that back, can't he? You tricksy man. Yeah, he's going to -2 it and bounce it back. Ugh. We could really do with an Olivia's Bloodsworn. Have we got any left? Let's have a quick look. So we've got one. No, we still have 2 in the deck. Nope, we've got 1 left in the deck. Ugh, that's horrible. That is horrible. So at this point, so he can -2 Jace again, unless we can deal 3 damage. We just have to kill Jace, so he can't bounce this one back. Gets rid of our burn card, but you know, I feel as though we desperate times call for desperate measures. Ugh, just top decking mana here. Yeah, I think we needed some more of our aggressive creatures sooner. Like, it's just been horrible. This has. Haven't quite managed to do the bit. Oh my god! Yeah, that's GG. He's got the Nissa. He can -1 her, sweep the board, and we're basically dead. Yep, I think that's a wrap, guys. Yep, he's -1. Yep, fantastic. I think we'll do a 4th game really quick, guys. Okay, guys, here we are for the 4th and final game. We're playing the rank 39 Buzz Songs, I believe that was. Can we keep this hand? Yeah, I think we can. Got the Olivia's Dragoon, which is quite a nice card. So he's mulliganed down at least twice, which is good for us. Yeah, playing Buzz Songs. Let's get back up to rank 40 to finish the episode off would be quite nice. So I think we'll start off with the Dragonskull Summit. We'll save the Insolent Neonates for later on to trigger madness things if the Olivia's Dragoon is removed for any reason. This is going to be pretty good for getting down Incorrigible Youths and Bloodmad Vampires. So he has managed to get down the Sylvan Advocate. Nice card. Do like it. Very tricksy, especially when you get all that mana down. Okay, we do have the Bloodhall Priest for later on. A number of you did comment on the fact that her face is a little bit derpy, and I'm inclined to agree. So we could probably do with getting the Bloodmad Vampire down next turn. And then we can swing over his head for 2. So he's going to swing for 2. Oh yeah, he's got Vigilance, hasn't he, as well. If we get a 3rd mana, I'll probably go for the Incorrigible Youths instead. So he does not play anything, 3rd mana. Yes, we do. So we're going to trigger the madness on you now. If the game will let me. There we go. Bloodhall Priest we want to save till later on. When we've got an empty hand. What's he got? Has he got counter? That I was not expecting. If it is counter, no, it's not counter. Okay, that's okay then. I was like, oh my god, is this counter? Did not look like a deck. We've got what looks maybe like tempo, potentially. We've got the green, white and blue. Something I wanted to do next. Yep, we've got the Spell Queller. So he's going to exile which one? Nope, okay. Okay, so it's converted with converted mana cost 4 or less. Interesting. So we do have the Incorrigible Youths down, but we have just lost our Olivia's Dragoon, unfortunately. Could almost do like a Stensia. Oh my god. Declaration in Stone, of course. So yeah, we're playing, I think, what looks like a tempo-ish deck maybe. Tempo or control. So this is not overly fun. I think we'll maybe just drop the 2 Insolent Neonates maybe, and then sacrifice the clue token. So we want to get our hand as empty as possible to trigger Bloodhall Priest. It's quite a nice body as well at 4/4. So we'll be popping the clue token. We're going to go down to at least 14 here, I feel. We could block one of the we could block the Sylvan Advocate, to be fair. But I don't think we'll do that. Yeah, it was a pretty good flash in there for him. He basically flashed it in not as a counterspell, but as a just as a blocker for Olivia's Dragoon. Oh my god, that is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. And we've also got a Lambholt Pacifist, which won't be able to attack unless it flips, because he has no creatures with that greater power. We do have the Stensia Masquerade, which is going to be pretty good for next turn, potentially. So what we're going to probably do here is just skip attack. And flash in maybe the Bloodmad Vampires. So we will trigger the Madness, cast them in. Okay, that did flip, so we definitely want to be able to block you. Maybe we should have played out one of them then, potentially. So what's he going to do? What's he going to swing with? So he's going to swing with you, and you, and you. Okay, so let's discard the Bloodmad Vampire. Flash one of them in. What's he going to do? Spell Shrivel, okay. Let's get rid of the second one then. Kill that one, I think, at this point. Do get a Ravenous Bloodseeker, which could be pretty useful. Just block you for now then, as that would lead to our death if we didn't block it. So what do we need to do here then? So how much mana have we got? I don't think we can play out the Bloodhall Priest to... So probably have to play out the Ravenous Bloodseeker, Stromkirk Condemned maybe? And maybe try and get both of these down next turn. See how it goes. I think we're on the losing side here, just because he got a pretty good start with that Spell Queller and the Sylvan Advocate, which we haven't been able to deal with adequately. I mean, if we found some of our burn or something earlier on, we might have been okay. But I think we've just taken too much damage. We didn't get a particularly good start in hindsight. So he is going to do 2 damage. Why did these get exiled again? Oh yeah, the Spell Shrivel and the... Okay, we've got the Fiery Temper, so this is not looking too bad. What can we do here then? We're going to take 2 damage from you. Let's see what he does. So we can swing. Or not, apparently. Let's see what he does. So we can play out both of these if we need to. I wonder if he's going to block. Okay, so we'll discard a card. Give you -2/-2 until end of turn. Which one do we burn? Okay, we'll confirm you and we'll get rid of the Spell Queller. I think at this point we're going to have to play out Bloodhall Priest regardless. Just because we need a blocker for at least one of these. Maybe we should have swung with both of them in hindsight. Ah, okay, never mind. He's got the Bounding Krasis. Never mind. Never mind. So, yeah, that wasn't the best end to the video, but hopefully we can do a little bit better next time. But I will leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.